Have you ever worked a job and one of the benefits will give you vacation days, sick days, or comp days? When I used to play cops and robbers at the police agency I worked at, we had comp days. In case you might not know what comp days is, comp days is an option we could use instead of getting overtime. I would always do half and half. Say, for instance, I worked overtime 4 hours. I would put in my pay that I want 2 hours to be overtime, 2 hours to be comp time. So that's how I did it. Anybody else, anybody could choose to say, I want all of it to be comp time or all of it to be overtime. It's your choice. For those who don't know what comp time is. So this officer was harassed and punished for using comp time, which is a benefit that he had for working as a police officer. Welcome to my world where all is well. I'm the thinker who thinks the thoughts that create the things. I'm also the proud Queen Chief of 3 Kings. Today is Wednesday, October 11, 2023, and it's currently 9:08 hours. Evansville police officer sues Department for Discrimination. Officer John Porter Jr. He happens to be a black male officer at the Evansville Police Department, and he has a race and discrimination case and a race and disability case for discrimination. I do not know what his disability is, but I do know that he's an African American, a black man who has been working for Evansville since 2014. So a little over 9 years. He says in his complaint that he was passed over for promotions and he was harassed as a black man with a disability within the Evansville Police Department. Again, this is a sad situation, and I know it probably hinders or give black men a bad taste in their mouth for becoming police or even dealing with the police. And I'm so sorry that Officer John Porter Jr. is dealing with this and has had to file a lawsuit. I pray that he gets whatever he feels he deserves out of this lawsuit. Y'all like my hoop earrings? I can't find my studs, so I put on baby mama's hoop earrings. All right, that's why I have them on, until I can find my studs. Now, what was I saying? Yeah, I hope he gets whatever he feels he deserves, and I hope Evansville Police Department do better. We all have to do better, all of us. But I know a lot of black men already have a problem with trusting the police, and then you decide as a black man to become the police and find out that you still can't trust the police. I think that is very heartbreaking to deal with something like that. But I hope it does not discourage other black men from becoming the police, because that's exactly what we need. If more minorities and females become the police, I believe the less discrimination lawsuits like this will occur. I want to really believe that. But then again, I'm thinking about Tyre Nichols. It's like a police culture, because as far as I know, there was all 5 black men jumping on a black man or killing or responsible, allegedly, even though we saw the video, responsible for ending the life of a black man. And as police officers, we are not the executioner or the judge. The only thing we're supposed to do is enforce the law. And as far as I know, Tyre Nichols didn't violate the law. Just decided to pull him over for whatever reason and start lying about him being on drugs or something, from whatever I heard on TV, allegedly. But I wish I had the answers. I don't know. This is something I have to meditate and pray about. But it's just disturbing that there's these many lawsuits out against police departments from minorities. But I believe that one day the minority will become the majority in police departments that want to become successful and want to look like. At the end of the day, I think every police department should look like the community that it has promised to serve and protect. If the majority of the people in your community that you're serving and protecting is African American, I personally believe the majority of the officers in that police department need to be African American. If the majority of the residents that you're serving and protecting in your community is white, I don't have a problem with the majority of the officers in your police department being white. I don't think it should be all white though. There needs to be a mixture based on the founding and the history of these United States of America. There needs to be some diversity involved. If the majority of your community that you are responsible to serve and protect is Hispanic, then the majority of your police force should be Hispanic, opinion. Again, with all three police departments that I've mentioned, in my opinion, there should be some form of diversity, even down to men and women. If you look at the stats and the majority of your residents are female, please let the majority of the police officers also be female. That's all I'm asking. Well, to Evansville Police Department, please do better. I'm praying for all the officers there. I don't want any hurt, harm, or danger to come upon any officer that works for the Evansville Police Department. I wish you all the best. Just please do better. And for Officer Porter Jr., sorry you're going through this, and I wish you the best. I really do. Hope you get whatever it is you're asking for, what you feel you deserve. All right? Thank you so much for liking. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for turning on that notification bell. I love you. I appreciate you. I thank God for you. All is well. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And may my whole life prove that God is good.